What's up, guys? How you doing? I need to grab this Discord link, put it up there earlier. There we go. I think we went live a couple seconds early. I would think we went live at 12:44. What's going on? What's up, bud? You can tell when he wants to leave because he sits right by the door. Neko. Hey. Neko. Boy. Hey, I want to see how the delay is. So I switched the resolution from 1440p to 1080p. By the way, Y4L Morris Young, thank you for the 2 months. Welcome back. Benny Vial. Thank you for the 14 months. Benny, thank you for the 14 months. David, brand new thrifty boy, welcome. And Evil Q, 5 gifted members. Dude, we haven't gotten a gifted member in a bit. Yo, anybody who got a gifted member from Evil QK, make sure you drop a huge thank you. Thank you so much. It only comes up at 720p. So I'm streaming in 960p. At least that's what I'm sending. And then I did a variable. That was my mistake. All right, we're doing 720p today. It's gonna be 720p today, but let's see how the, what's it called? The delay. Let me check it on my computer. It looks bad. Does it really look bad? Hold on. Dude, it does look bad. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look great. Yeah, so here's what I did, and this was a mistake. I was considering, like, do I add another stream key real quick that's specifically in 1080p? Because I set it as a variable resolution stream key, and then I'm streaming in 960p, which is why it's ultra wide. And I'm sure YouTube was like, do we do it in 1080 or do we go down to 720? And they chose to go down to 720. I should have made it specifically a 1080p resolution stream. That was my mistake. Lesson learned. Does hitting the like button actually do anything? Yeah. Yeah, if you guys are here, make sure you hit the like button. It helps out a ton, actually. Variable resolution, yeah, so you can set a resolution so where it just grabs whatever resolution you're uploading it to. All right. How's the delay? It's still like 2 seconds, but that's a lot better than it was in 1440p. I don't want to shut down the stream just to change it to 1080p. What do you guys think? Do a short, or I shouldn't say short. Get one stream in at a terrible quality and chalk it up to an experiment. Is there a way to reset the resolution midstream? No, you'd have to shut it down and restart it. And we got 200 people in here. Like, I'm not gonna do that right now. We'll do it next time. Why 60 FPS? So originally we did 30, but then the problem was if I ever feel like turning on a game, the gameplay goes down to 30 FPS. So it made a lot of sense to do it in 60, and so the stream is still, like, my camera quality is still 30p. It still looks like 30p. 60p is just an option, like technically it's doubling each frame. That way if I go to my screen that I'm capturing in 60 FPS, it still displays in 60 FPS to you guys. Don't shut it down using it as a learning experience. I agree. You get your Rodecaster Pro 2 yet? I have not gotten one yet. I believe I'll be getting a chance to look at it. We'll see. You ever gonna do that setup tour? Yeah, dude, I've been swamped. I gotta film the next video. And then I'll either after that, which I'm gonna shoot today. And then so tomorrow I'm either gonna shoot the setup tour here, or I'm going to shoot, what is today, Monday? Jesus, Monday. So tomorrow I'm either gonna shoot the setup tour for this room or the next video so I can get ahead on stuff. And then I'll shoot this one. One of those two. Oh. Hey Harris, what camera and lens do you use for your main camera? And would say the original A7S or A7 would be a good camera for streaming? Yeah, I've used, I'm not sure about the original A7. Maybe, I know if you're doing it in 1080p, you can pretty much hit every option there. Yeah, I mean, it'll be great. We've streamed with the original A7 before. It's a great camera. The colors on the original Sony A7 cameras aren't as good. That's why I actually swapped this one out. So I used to have this one up here. This used to be the camera that I used here. But the problem was it was a little bit too magenta. The colors just looked, my face kind of looked purplish, which wasn't a big deal for streaming because in OBS you can just color correct it. And I did, I color corrected it. I took out some of the magenta, looked awesome. The problem was when then, because I use this camera a ton for like Zoom calls, Zoom meetings, Skype calls, whatever. I use it like probably 5-6 times a week for meetings and stuff. And you can't adjust that in Zoom or in Skype. And so on all my calls, my face would look purple. I looked like I'd been holding my breath, or I was like really angry. And if you guys have like a teacher that would get really angry and their face would turn purple, my band teacher in middle school, when he'd get angry, his face would turn purple. And he'd get angry a lot. I don't remember his name. Matt BT Dubs. Dude, welcome to the Thrifty Boys. Thank you for a new membership. OBS virtual camera, I could do the OBS virtual camera, but then again, the problem was because I stream and I don't stream in a 16:9 aspect ratio, I stream in an ultra wide aspect ratio. It meant I had to change scene selections and profiles every single time I wanted to jump on a call, and it wasn't worth it. And I had this one. By the way, the easiest solution was, well, let's just swap out the cameras. This is the camera I use 99% of the time. I rarely use this camera, so why would I make my nice camera, oops, not that one. Why would I put my nice camera up there? Why don't I put the A7S or the A7 IV right here? I put it up there originally because I wanted the flexibility to remove it and use it for like videos. And I can't really do that here. It's kind of, I decided to put it here and like permanently put it here. Is it possible to use a MacBook as a streaming PC? Yeah, I streamed off my Mac Mini for a little bit. In fact, my first streaming PC was my original Intel MacBook Pro. Like the original Retina MacBook Pro booted into, I boot camp it into Windows. And that was my first streaming PC for like 2 years. Thoughts on the new M2 MacBooks? The new MacBook Air, can I be honest with you guys? I was really surprised that they still, like, I thought like when they showed the new MacBook Air, I was like, oh, okay. So they're discontinuing the MacBook Pro, the 13-inch MacBook Pro, because I mean, the MacBook Air no longer has the taper. It's updated. I mean, what is a MacBook Pro gonna have? The only thing the latest gen, the MacBook Pro had over the MacBook Air, as far as I know, was a headphone, or not a headphone, was the touch bar. And they're obviously they're phasing out the touch bar. So why are they still selling the new MacBook Pro? That's true, we did have a fan. I forgot about the fan on the inside. No one will buy that MacBook Pro. No one should buy the MacBook Pro. Guys, like this thing, The M1 Max, like spec'd out M1 Max, I'm editing 8K footage on this thing. Fan hardly even kicks on. Like, at what point are you gonna need a fan on an M2, like regular M2 MacBook Pro? Hearing rumors that GoXLR will add submixes, will you go back? No. No, it's still 3.5-year-old tech. And by the way, I've tried to make it very clear, I like the sound of the Beacon mic. It's not the world's greatest, but like, it sounds just as good, if not better than the pod mic. Like, it's a good microphone. And like the signal chain that you get with Beacon, I'm not going to any, like, unless something brand new comes out that's better than the Beacon signal chain, there's no way I'm switching. $13-inch MacBook Pro is a heck no. If you want entry-level MacBook Air, get the M2. Dude, like the MacBook Air is just so much better than the new MacBook Pro. Did you hear Elgato released a white version of the Wave mic? I just saw it, yeah. I responded to their tweet. What's your thoughts on YouTube Live after 1 year? Also, apparently you still get this option if you are a super sub. If you're gifted a super sub. I was like, what's a super sub? Oh, that's right. That's what I thought we should call it. For 2+ months in a row. Oh, really? You got gifted a membership 2 months in a row? Dude, they really need to change the name of members to super subs. It's like, I mean, Facebook has super follows, and like nobody really cares about them. But sorry, not Facebook. I can't believe I just did Facebook. Twitter has super follows. There's memberships, gifted members. It's such a terrible name. And they have super chats. Give us super subs. And there's super thanks. Just dive into the super ecosystem, guys. I'm fine with it. I'm all about the super ecosystem. Have you been using the Nova headphones recently? So I used them last night. I finally hooked them up to my system this last week. I used them last night, and I'm going back to my original Arctis. There were two problems with it. So I'm going back to the original Arctis Pro Wireless. There were two problems with the Novas, and one of them wasn't really a problem. One of them was a problem that I created myself, but I really wanted the new virtual surround sound, which was actually kind of nice. I liked gaming on it. It was a incremental increase in gaming experience versus just like straight up stereo. I did like that, but then the problem was everything no longer went through all my Beacon setup. So I had to finagle a Beacon setup so I could still control game audio and everything else, because it was hard to control game audio because it's not going through the Beacon system anymore. But I managed it. It was fine. I just have too many audio interfaces. That's really the problem. And then the last thing, my brain just died. Hold on. What happened? My brain just died. Oh, the other problem. Problem number two. Problem number two was the delay. The delay on the aux input. It is significantly longer, and I couldn't stop, I couldn't help but notice it. I have to focus on not stuttering because of the echo on my voice in my head. I believe it's something you can adjust with software updates in the future. But if you're someone who listens to your microphone back in your headset, any musician is gonna do that. That's the thing. You learn to do that in the studio, because when you're singing, you need to be able to hear your voice. Anybody who likes to hear their mic back in their headset, if you don't listen to your mic back in your headset, it's phenomenal. I 100% recommend it. If you listen to your voice back in your headset, that is a deal breaker. 100%. It was really rough. And just Rez, I will get to your question. Let me finish calling these out. Chad, thank you for the 8 months. Dalton, thank you for the 5 months. Rune House, thank you for the 12 months, a full year. Welcome back. Simple Sandman, thank you for the super chats for your Senpai company. Are you looking for any IT positions, coders, system admins? Not at the moment, but we are. I was talking about it in the Discord live stream last night. By the way, is anyone in here? Did anyone in here? Are you not aware that we just revamped the Discord? Like yesterday or 2 days ago? Friday? Saturday? Sunday? We really like it launched like fully like Saturday night / Sunday. Yeah, totally revamped the Discord. There's a link near the top of the description down below. Go join the Discord. We actually did a live stream. We're testing out live streams in the Discord. Like times where I don't want to do like a YouTube stream and schedule it and like, this is my job and am I getting members and blah, 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 blah. So am I getting super subs? We're gonna call them super subs until we're gonna strong arm this, call it super subs. So just like, let's just go live in the Discord and hang out with these guys a little bit. And we did it from the desk out there. So it's like in Senpai HQ. We've got like a Discord Mac Mini set up in there. Like I set it so the screen never goes to sleep. It always has Discord on the screen. We're probably gonna burn out some of the screens. They were cheap screens, cheap monitors, it's fine. But like Discord is just permanently on the monitor all the time. And so I'm walking around, got a little second to take a break. I'll sit down, hang out in the Discord. Did a live stream in there last night. It's fun. Wait, you listen to yourself always? When I'm wearing headphones, yeah, my mic always comes into my headphones. Blake Powelson, thank you for the 8 months. Hidden Geek Village, thank you for the $5 super chat. Says, how do you avoid burning out and staying so consistent? Being willing to put your mental health second. That's what it's felt like lately. I love what I do, but I don't love everything about what I do. Is that fair? Jason, thank you for the 13 months. Love the Discord redesign. Dude, good to hear, man. So yeah, I'm gonna be starting to push the Discord again. It's, for those of you who don't know, so our Discord kind of got, oh, by the way, Maria, that's a bug. It shows 14 months on our end, don't worry. Welcome back, thank you for the 14 months. Yeah, no, so our Discord lost partnership for a very specific reason. We hit every number, we hit every metric that you need for partnership in Discord except for one. And that one thing is retention. You need a 10% retention, we have a 9% retention. Meaning people who come and then come back a second time within a week. The problem was our Discord was mostly about like tech support. Like people were coming in because they needed help and they just wanted to figure out one thing. And so they'd come in, they'd ask the question, they get it figured out, and then they'd never come back again. But a long time ago, we used to do a bunch of graphics that you could like, hey, throw this on your stream. We made a bunch of free graphics long before like Owned TV and VDI and stuff had like $2 graphics, right? Or free graphics. This is before then. So we were making our own graphics and giving away for free. And we put them in the Discord and people would come in and they would download the free animations and then they'd never come back. So like we were doing all these services and doing some cool stuff, but it was very much like a one-time thing. And so this time around we redesigned it and it's very much more like it is a community space now. So it's there to hang out with people, it's there to meet other gamers, find some collaborations, blah, 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 whatever. And there is still gonna be an element of like, hey, if you do have any streaming questions, like sure, yeah, there are smart people in there, there are a lot of streamers in there, you can probably figure it out. Or you can probably get some help in there, but like that's not the reason the Discord exists. Such a silly requirement? I agree, because the reason that we didn't hit it is because we were growing so fast. We were the #1 education Discord across Discord. We were like, if you went to discoverability or discover new service, or no, discover new servers, and you went to education, we were #1 for like a year because we were growing so fast. But the problem is, because we had so many people join, the Discord link is bad? Invite invalid? Hold on. Discord.gg/Senpai Gaming. The one in the... Hold on. Hold on. Worked for me. Hold on, let me actually like go to the, so when I typed it in, it worked. I just copied and pasted it and it worked. Let me try it in the stream. Let me try to click the link, hold on. Nope, works for me. Oh, I gotta change the, I gotta change like the invite. I just noticed the invite screen is still Alpha Gaming. Works for me too. The Alpha Gaming link is invalid in the bot. Oh, the bot link is invalid. Hold on. I didn't change the bot link. Use the one in the description, you guys. That one works. Hold on. Give me a sec. I'll do it. Don't worry about what you saw right there. Don't even think about it. You saw nothing. Is there a search? There we go. That's StreamBeats Discord. Which we're shutting down the StreamBeats Discord, by the way. We're gonna be finding little Alpha Gaming nuggets all over the place. It's gonna be the way it is. Congrats on all your success. Dude, thank you, Jorge. It's been a big year. All right. Just a couple of logins. Yeah, don't worry about it. MKBHD is doing a masterclass. Do we want to get in on that? We can take a look. I think I have a masterclass account. We can probably just watch it. Did you realize the new Air M2 with 8 CPU, 10 GPU, 24 gigs of RAM, blah, 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 is only $100 less than the base Mac Studio? So you're saying if you spec it out? Sure. It's a laptop, so it's got to have a battery. The Mac Studio doesn't have to have a battery. It's got to have a screen, a Retina screen. It's got to be in a smaller form factor. Sure, there are a lot of things that make laptops a ton more expensive. When you can build something into a machine this big, you don't need batteries, you don't need a screen, it's gonna be a lot cheaper to build. How do you get the banner? How do you get the image as a banner on Discord? How do you get the image as a banner? I don't know what you mean by that. Do you plan on doing a video around Stream Elements dynamic banner stuff? I have no idea what you're talking about. Apparently there's something I need to look into. All right, hey, let's talk about the title. So let's talk about you. What questions, by the way, before we talk about the title, hit the like button. That'd be really helpful. If you're all in here and we all hit the like button, helps out the channel a ton. Now that I've said that, by the way, it's interesting to always watch like how many, like asking people to hit the like button is something I need to do a lot more in YouTube videos. I need to remember to do a lot more. Because like, I mean, just in 5 seconds, we just got 40 more likes. Like those people are obviously willing to hit the like button. It's just not the first thing that comes to your mind. So you do have to ask, like calls to action are a big deal. Just want to say thank you for all the help you've been with your videos. I just inhaled some spit. Dude, I just noticed Jorge's 12 months was to the moon. Dude, welcome back, man. Thank you. Mercury does a dynamic banner now. Like for your YouTube channel, a YouTube dynamic banner? Well, I gotta look into that. Dude, Eric, thank you for the 5 months. Welcome back. Are you pleased with the speed at which YouTube is upgrading streaming? Do you think they're moving too slow? Here's the thing with that. They are 100% moving too slow. But when I say they're moving too slow, I don't mean they're moving too slow to be successful. Guys, YouTube, it's inevitability. YouTube has plans to take over Twitch. YouTube will 100% take over Twitch. It's not a question. I know of a couple big Twitch streamers that are, again, moving over to YouTube. Like, it's not gonna stop. They're gonna keep picking up big streamers. They're gonna keep, they have the content ecosystem that Twitch refuses to make. So when I say they update their features too slow, I mean too slow for my like, too slow for what streamers want. But is it too slow for them to like gain momentum? Like, they're gonna win. They're not in a huge hurry. They're gonna win. So yeah, like they keep releasing them really slow. And I wish they did it a lot faster. They were supposed to do gifted members like years ago. I remember a year ago, Ray talking about it. Like they've been promising gifted members for 2 years and then it didn't come out for another year after that. So they are really slow. And and then when they do, they're very limited features. So like when is gifted members, when is raids? When are raids gonna be, or live redirect? When are those gonna be, when's that gonna be a full featured, like a fully functioning raid? Because it's not right now. I didn't raid anyone last stream because they have to manually okay me to raid them. And like, there's only sometimes is there someone live who has manually added my name to be able to stream. So live redirect is kind of a waste. Gifted members are great. We've gotten 5 today. If you go into like Ludwig's stream or the Doc's stream, like you just see hundreds of gifted members. Like it is a big deal. They finally did it. But you can only do 5, 10, or 20. You can't choose what tier you want to gift, and you can't gift specifically to a person, which is a bummer. So like, it's good that it's there, but it took way too long and it's very limited. And that seems to be the thing, but it also has become very clear that I don't think, and they clearly don't think they need to do better than that right now. Some people have the option to do 1. Really? Hold on. Well, now I'm looking into this. Membership gifting. Even for me, it says 5 members, 10 members, or 20 members. That's the only option I have. And I'm fine with them not letting you do a membership underneath $5. Like if they want to make that lower limit of like any gifted member has to be less than $5 or has to be at least $5. Like I'm fine with that. If they don't allow gifting for like Thrifty Boys, I get that. It's a 99-cent thing. It's meant to be there for the people who want the benefits of being a member but don't want to spend $5 a month. I think all of you guys should get the emotes and stuff that we have. I don't want to gatekeep my emotes just for people who pay. Like, grab the emote. If you want to support, you want the green name, you want the badge next to your name, please join. Please become a super sub. But I'd like everyone to be able to use emotes. I need to finish making the emotes. We did a couple new ones, by the way. Not to mention garbage moderator tools. Moderator tools are weak. Yeah, it's very clear that they haven't put a lot of resources. I wonder if they have a limited budget for this. And they're like, okay, we could spend hundreds of thousands of dollars a month on programmers to really like carry this out, or we can put together a skeleton team who does it when they do it. When it's done, it's done. And then let's instead put that budget towards acquiring lots of large creators, which, like, if we're being real here, this is where, again, as a business person, as a streamer, it frustrates me, right? But as a business person, it's probably the right call. YouTube is never gonna beat Twitch unless they get viewers, and they're never gonna get viewers until they get a lot of streamers. It's just the way it is. So they need to shell out millions of dollars to get big Twitch streamers to leave. They need to start momentum of leaving Twitch for YouTube. Like, Mixer was, in a handful of ways, I'm gonna say it. Nobody quote me on this. Mixer, in a handful of ways, was better than Twitch. Not in every way, but in a handful of ways. They were better than Twitch. And it may just have been because they were smaller, and so therefore they were more hungry, and they had to prove themselves, and they were willing to take risks, and they were willing to do things on the platform, but it didn't matter because Twitch had all the big streamers. That was it. And they tried, they recognized that, like, we're gonna get Ninja, we're gonna get Shroud, we're gonna get a couple more people, but you need more than 4 streamers. You need more than that. And they basically stopped after Shroud. They hoped that that would be enough. Baby's crying. It wasn't enough. I think she's okay. She'll put herself back to sleep. Like, the bottom line is there were just way more streamers than there were viewers. Like, I remember I did a video on this. There was a ratio on Twitch. For every streamer, there were, I want to say 50 viewers. For every streamer, there were 50 people watching. Of course, most of them are taken by the big streamers, right? But still, for every person streaming, there were 50 people watching on the platform. On Mixer, for every person streaming, even though there were way fewer streamers, so everyone is like, the platform's so less saturated, blah, blah, blah. For every person streaming, there were like 2.5 people watching. Like, you had a 4% the viewership. 4%? 5%. 2.5 from 50. That'd be 5% the viewership per streamer. $1/20. Baby's still crying. So she's not supposed to wake up for another 30 minutes. So we're gonna see if she puts herself back to sleep. If she's still screaming in like 10 minutes. See, it's 1:17. All right. At 1:27, I'm gonna have to go get her. She's still crying. What about Trovo? What about Trovo? Would you say Mixer started too early and should have waited until Twitch shoots itself in the leg more times? No, because it didn't matter. Mixer didn't have the resolve, or they didn't have the funding to do what they needed to do. I don't know why anyone thought that picking up Ninja and Shroud would be enough. 2 streamers isn't gonna move enough viewers over. Saw your recent video, decided to get the 5.5 mic. Dude, it's a good mic. It's a good mic. Dylan Reynolds, by the way. Welcome to the Thrifty Boys. Zebulon, welcome to the Thrifty Boys. Brennan, thank you for welcome to the Thrifty Boys. Eric Bearfield, thank you for the 5 months. Can't remember if I already called that one out. I may have. Anyway, how would you compare discoverability on Mixer versus YouTube? Mixer tried, but they missed the mark. Mixer tried way harder than Twitch did. Mixer tried by doing Hype Zone, which was a cool idea. It didn't work though. So Hype Zone was, for those of you who don't know what Hype Zone was a really cool idea. Hype Zone was its own, like there was a Hype Zone PUBG, and this was and Hype Zone Fortnite, and then there were a couple Hype Zones. But basically what would happen is, like, let's say you were playing Fortnite. If you got in a top 10 situation, there was a chance you'd get rated by Hype Zone. So the Hype Zone channel was just a channel that jumped around to top 10 situations in these games that were super competitive. So you'd watch Hype Zone Fortnite, and as soon as, it'd jump into a new game where there were like 9 people left in the game, and as soon as that guy won or died, as soon as that person won or died, it jumped to another top 10 situation, which is really cool. And so I streamed on Mixer for a couple months, and every time I streamed, usually, so if I streamed for like 4 to 5 hours, we usually got 1, maybe 2 Hype Zone raids, and we get 150 viewers. And I'm someone who's used to 2 to 3 viewers at the time. We got 150 viewers, and I'd get a ton of follows because most of the Mixer streamers were just people streaming straight from their Xbox, because you could do that on Xbox. You could just stream straight to Mixer. So most of them had no camera, no overlays, no anything, and then they popped into my stream, which looked really good. And I get 100 new followers every single time. Those people never came back. I want to say I probably got a couple thousand followers from Hype Zone. They never came back. It just didn't matter. The people who watched Hype Zone only watched Hype Zone. So it didn't matter. The only way that live streaming discoverability is viable is if you're doing it, like if you integrate it into other forms of browsable content. It's the only way. So Elgato Senpai collab. Oh, the new microphone. Is there ever a moment when you second guessed your decision to move? Yes and no. That's a really good question. So I'm filming the video on this after this stream. This is kind of a chance for me to brainstorm with you guys. That's a really good question. That's probably how I should end it. Like, did I ever second guess myself or do I regret it? Yes and no. In terms of like longevity of a career, absolutely not. I would have done things different. Like looking back, I wish I had, it's like we're making some serious changes to the channel right now, to the Senpai Gaming channel. In terms of I'm trying desperately to get videos done ahead of time. So that way, like I'm trying to get a month's worth of videos done in the first week. So that way I have the rest of the month to work on Harris Heller content, to work on Senpai animation, work on Senpai records, that kind of stuff. And I wish I'd done that from the start. Because I moved to YouTube planning to start making YouTube content and then just never had time to make YouTube content on here. So that was a flaw. That was a mistake. I moved here and then I didn't fully exploit the opportunities that YouTube has. And so yeah, if I could go back a year, I would absolutely start this whole Hell Week strategy of doing a Hell Week at the beginning of every month for Senpai Gaming and then start making YouTube videos. What's up, Redfish? You learn your lesson? Oh. Is Sam still on the crew? No, Sam left in December. Yeah, we announced it on Twitter and everything. He's off doing his own thing. He's been wanting to be his own YouTuber for a while, and so he's off doing that. There was a very mutual separation. I'm amazed at everything you do with a little one. Oh, I'm very fortunate to have an exceptional mother as a wife. As I'm sitting here with a screaming baby next to me. Can you guys hear that? I have the monitor turned down to its lowest setting, but it's like it's distracting me. Can you guys hear it at all? You can't hear it? Okay. Here, hold on. You guys want to? This is what I'm... This is what I'm listening to right now. An exceptional... You mean wife as a mother? No. So my wife is an exceptional mother. So I have an exceptional mother as a wife. I meant what I said. It made sense. So she's supposed to self-soothe, by the way, which is why I'm not getting her, which is why I'm letting her scream. Kenzie's at the gym. So we usually give her 10 to 15 minutes, and usually she puts herself back to sleep, which is why I'm letting her do her thing. But if she screams for 10 to 15 minutes, I'm gonna go and get her. Harris, do something? This is a part of growing up. You need to learn to self-soothe. I guess I'll have to tweet day 69 of tweeting Harry Seller until he follows me. I'll block you. You didn't learn your lesson. I know you've mentioned before you want more moderator customization integration, but what are your other most wanted upgrades to YouTube Live streaming? And which ones do you think will actually happen? A big thing that I really, really want is I want YouTube to make it easier to turn clips into shorts. That would be an absolute game changer. Like, and I don't just mean like, hey, let us download our shorts. Like, that'd be nice. But if YouTube had, and I'd be fine with that, by the way. If I could go through and see like a timeline of my stream and see like a dot on the timeline of where all the clips were, so I could see like, you know, dot, 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 like 20 dots here, like, oh, okay, something got clipped here that was a big deal. Let me grab this one. It was clearly the best moment of the stream. Let me grab it, let me download it, I'll edit it in Final Cut, and I'll throw it up. That'd be great. But man, have you seen the software that lets you like rearrange, like let's outline this, because you got to change, the problem is you got to change horizontal to vertical. And so they let you put like rectangles around stuff and like, okay, here's it. Let's put a rectangle around your camera. We'll put it up top, put a rectangle around the meat of your subject. We'll put that on the bottom. So you're basically changing gaming content into does anyone know what I'm talking about? This is a real thing, right? I'm not making this up in my head. This is a thing, right? I feel crazy right now as I'm trying to explain this. Streamladder. Okay, we're gonna check out Streamladder. I'm gonna get back, I'm gonna grab Lennon, and we're gonna check out Streamladder. I'm gonna have her here with me. All right, I'll be right back, one sec. Stay. Echo. I'm so sorry, bud. Oh. Hey, good boy. Hey, you okay? Why were you crying? Hey, you okay now? Hey. Hey. There we go. Hey. She likes this. Oh. That better? Oh. There we go. Oh. Oh. Hey, shh. And then she checks it. No, she hasn't eaten in a while. She's okay. I can only do that when she hasn't recently eaten. You want to see the microphone? You want to talk into it? Hey. Hey. Say something. Don't eat it. Say something. No, that's not what you do. Here, why don't you stand up on here? She is very cute. Landon. The wide angle is making your head look a little bit bigger than it actually is, but she does have a very large head. You just say, please speak. I said, please say something. Nanaka ite kudasai, Nano-chan. I try to speak to her in Japanese as much as I can. Otherwise, there's no way she's gonna know it. Will you do a desk setup tour? Yeah, I'm gonna shoot it sometime this week. Multi-streams, what's your opinion? What are Lennon's? Hey, what do you think about multi-streaming? When you say multi-streaming, you mean like streaming to multiple platforms at once? I think there are times when it's beneficial, mostly when it's not any kind of like the purpose of a live stream is to have that engagement, that one-on-one engagement, right? Like talking with the chat. And it's where it's almost like it feels like it's like you're inviting them into your room, right? And you're hanging out with them like at a table in your space. And so having multiple spaces where you're doing that kind of removes that illusion, which is why I'm generally not for it. Like you're trying to build a very intimate audience. You can't do that when you're broadcasting everywhere. Right. But if you're doing content like a podcast or like D&D or something where the audience is just watching it happen live and it's not about the interaction, then yes, absolutely multi-stream as much as you can. Hey. Then in. Think YouTube will ever do a Stream Squad equivalent? I don't think it's been popular enough on any platform for them to worry about doing that. I rarely see anyone use it on Twitch. I rarely saw anyone use it on Mixer. In theory, it sounds like a really cool idea, but hey, it's just, I don't even enjoy the experience. When I pull up a squad stream, I usually pick one and I leave. There's just too many things happening on the screen at once. I'm currently 16. Do you think I should try to learn Japanese as a third language? Sure. Do you want to learn Japanese? By the way, M. Pern, thank you for the brand new Thrifty Boy membership. A rodeo does. I missed that one. Welcome to the True Senpais. Open mic night. Welcome to the Thrifty Boys. And Mott's. Thank you for the 14 months. Oh, I think I got that one. Yeah, Streamladder. I just needed to make sure she was happy. How are you feeling? You feeling better? Hey. Oh. Come on. Let's give him a smile. Ready? Ooh. There it is. Oh. That was my timer to go wake her up at a normal time. Yeah, so that's my workout. Yeah, I think squad streams could be really cool for tournaments and stuff, but for individual stream, like streaming with your friends, it just didn't turn out like nobody used it. Oh. All right, hold on. All right, let's take a look at Streamladder. See if we can find a YouTube video. Just don't eat it. You can do whatever you want with it. It's not on. Just don't eat it. Stream ladder. It's not a good sign when the second search result is Streamladder alternative.
should probably be on TikTok. Regardless of how old you are, that doesn't really matter. Trust me.
Okay, stop talking. Streamladder overview.
And honestly, it doesn't really need to be perfect.
Okay, so step one, select where your face cam is. Hey.
Hey, how long ago did you get her?
I got her 5 minutes ago. She was just crying. Like 15 minutes straight. She was hungry and she wanted to eat the microphone.
Wait, what? I just got home from.
I must have, maybe it was 6 or 7 minutes ago. Hey, can you relax? Can you? Okay, you're gonna need to take her phone because she's gonna eat this entire microphone.
Sorry, I sent you a text right when I got home and I was like, I'm home so you don't need to get her.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Hi, honey. Wanna go eat lunch? Let's go eat lunch.
Yeah, sorry for the double audio. I'll do it on this mic. That's what I have the dynamic microphone for, is when I'm playing like desktop audio or when I'm gaming or something. Because the other microphone that I usually use picks up everything. This is a dynamic microphone for when I only want to pick up my voice. Yeah. So, oh, are you doing the same thing? Okay, I think you should be totally safe on this. Yeah, you're totally safe on this camera angle. I'll make sure I'm in front of you if we move back. So yeah, you highlight your camera. And then you select the gameplay. You choose where you want it to be. Usually it's going to be right in the middle. And then it automatically just does this. So this one's a super, super limited one. Like you can only do 16:9, which would be a problem for me kind of, because I don't do 16:9. But you can super easily turn gaming clips and streaming clips into TikToks, which is huge. Still double audio? Still double audio. I think I screwed something up when I switched over my yeah, that's still coming through. Why is that still coming through? There we go. Maybe I didn't mute it all the way because I just looked at it. It still didn't say muted, even though I definitely clicked the mute button. How's that? Is that better? Cross clip is what I saw. Oh, cross clip is the one that is the copycat from Streamlabs. Still double? How about now?
Brand and channel. Sometimes the simplest tool is also the best tool. With
all good? Okay.
cross clips, you can take your Twitch clips and convert them to social media platforms like TikTok.
By the way, in reference to Streamlabs here, as sketchy as Streamlabs stuff was, like if there's as long as they don't practice like sketchy business practice, which is what they did. Like I don't see any problem with seeing a product saying I can make that better and then making it better. Like that's how business works. But they got in trouble because they would do things like they would reach out to, I don't know if they did this with Streamladder. They did it with like Lightstream. They would reach out, they would have like a business call with them. They would act like they wanted to invest and they would ask a bunch of questions about how it worked. And then they just go off and make their own, which is super sleazy. That's why you sign an NDA.
Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts. And in this video right here, I'm going to show you how in just a few minutes you can take your Twitch clip.
Anyway, so same idea. Right, you put your clip in there, you highlight the camera, you highlight the content, and then it goes up there.
Of the video. Then adjust the layout on the finished video. Trimming the video is simple as clicking and dragging and shortening or lengthening the
You can use cross clip with live stream. So I'm pretty sure this is specifically with Twitch clips. I think you actually grab a link to your Twitch clip, or a link to your Twitch clip, and throw it in there. I'm not sure if you can upload an actual video file. The echo is back, but it's not as bad.
Videos or square.
It's probably just coming through this mic now.
When you get your video the way that you like it, go to the top right corner and click on compile. Here you will see a few different options where you can pick between your frames per second, quality, watermark, and outro.
Yeah, it shouldn't really be coming through here. I think you're crazy, man. Anyway, so I'd love to see that implemented directly into YouTube. That would be really cool, because considering YouTube, like, this is about going from Twitch to TikTok. If Twitch wants to really make YouTube Shorts a thing. Okay, we're going back to this. Okay, you're all good. Yeah, if Twitch wanted to make YouTube clips like a real thing in this area, or not Twitch clips, Shorts, and then also add an extra really great feature for streamers, they would make it so you could grab your clips from stream and do this and turn them into Shorts. I would love that. That'd be like the big thing. Redfish, thank you for the super chat. But don't use cross clip, has terrible watermark, cross clip outro ad. That sounds about right. Can you pay to get the watermark off? Sounds like what you can do on Hover. The problem I have with Hover, and I haven't, again, my feedback is not going to be super valid here because I haven't spent a lot of time on it. It's more just a general thought on platforms like that. The problem with Hover is it's not going to be full of viewers. It's going to be full of watchers. Not watchers. It's going to be full of streamers. That's it. Every user on Hover is a streamer trying to get discovered. And none of it is viewers looking for cool streamers. And when I say none, that's a hyperbole. Like, obviously there are some, but the vast majority of users on Hover is streamers trying to get noticed, but that's what everybody is. Why are you streaming at 720p? Is there an advantage? No, that was just a mistake with my stream key. And I didn't want to shut down the whole stream just to fix it. So next stream will be 1080p. So,
Dad.
What?
She just keeps looking over you and she's leaning towards you.
Hey.
She wants to talk.
Do you want to stream again? You gonna throw up on my desk again?
Is she?
You remember last time?
Oh, I thought you meant today.
No. Hey. Stop. Oh well. With her bottom two teethers that she just got? Yeah, be careful. Someone in chat's chanting, throw up, throw up, throw up. Are you hungry? What's happening here? Are beacon mics just really tasty? Do I need to tell the team they made a very delicious microphone? Okay, I can actually hear her ripping the pop filter on this thing. Hey, stop it. Oh, you thought it was a bacon mic. Oh, I see. I understand. No, it's a beacon mic. All right, back to mom. Back to mom. Back to mom.
Hey, we're gonna take you upstairs. You're just too much right now.
My baby
You're
is
losing
cute.
your streaming privileges.
Yeah, shut the door. Would you prefer Beacon or the new Go XLR mic? I like them both. They're both made by the same team. They both sound very similar. I would only use the Go XLR mic if I could get the exact same signal chain as I have with this mic. I don't know if you've noticed about this room. There's the only RGB in this entire room is either inside my PC or this ring right here. And this is a very clean RGB. I'm fine with it. But I think I'd like to try and see like the aesthetics of the Go XLR microphone. I really like the color of the microphone. I liked the rings. I like that you could have some customizability without a ton of RGB. I liked it a lot. So I'd like to check it out. How do you feel about the Rode Procaster? I haven't been able to check it yet. I haven't gotten one yet. I'm working on it. Is Kenzie okay with you throwing her in the air? Yes. Yes, she's fine with it. I'm very careful. Anyway, so that would be one thing that I think would really set Twitch, that would set YouTube gaming apart, is the ability to really, really easily turn your clips into shorts. Everything else, they just need to get on parity with Twitch. But the ability, like their advantage comes from the cross-pollination of all the aspects of the platform. Live, short, and long form video. The ability to make those, so it's not just, hey, here's a long video, here's a short video, and here's a live video, but to like almost like blur the lines between them, right? Take live content and turn it into both a full-length video and shorts. That's huge. Hey chat, just so I'm not answering this all day, if anyone asks why we're in 720p, because I'm already seeing, like, we just answered it like 2 minutes ago and I'm already seeing 2 more people ask. How bad do you guys want to just like answer those people for me? So I don't get super repetitive. It was just a mistake with the stream key. That's all. I accidentally made it automated instead of setting it to 1080p. And because I stream in a 2:1 aspect ratio, it grabs 720 instead of 1080. What's the best workflow for live to VODs to shorts? On YouTube, there's not a great one right now because you can't save your clips. You have to basically download the entire YouTube video. So, okay, let me take that back. Live to VODs, I would say download the video. Because it's live, the quality doesn't matter that much unless you want to record the whole thing, which you can do. You can stream and record at the same time. But I would probably say in order to really solidly get like shorts, I would recommend using like plugging in your camera into like flashback recording with an Elgato capture card and have flashback recording buttons set. So I have 4 flashback recording buttons set: a 2-minute, a 5-minute, a 10-minute, and a 30-minute. Based on what happens that I want to record full quality. Oh, I gotta have 4K capture utility running for that. I forgot about that. If I want to record full quality footage from any camera, I can do that here. Let me multi-view this one. On the right one? There we go. So you can actually see, like, usually I've got 4K capture utility running, showing all 4 microphones at once. So, or all 4 cameras at once. So if I wanted to grab something from any microphone, no matter which, from any camera, no matter which camera it was on, I can hit, you can see it's actually recording all the time. And it keeps 30 minutes, the previous 30 minutes. And so, who said I was multi-streaming to grow his platform? Console Kato? Get that right. Don't lie to my viewers. Unbelievable. What tool is that? This is 4K cap. This is Elgato's software. This is 4K capture utility. And so I have a Camlink Pro, which has 4 camera inputs, 4 HDMI inputs. And so all 4 of them are going into this, and then I can set this to multi-view. You can see in settings here. Multi-view, and you choose HDMI 1, 2, 3, 4. And so it just lays them out like this. And it's gonna be recording constantly. And then if I wanna sit, but it just deletes it. Once it gets up to 30 minutes, it just deletes everything more than 30 minutes ago. So it constantly keeps a 30-minute replay buffer. And if I wanna keep the last 2 minutes of it, I hit my 2-minute button. Actually, I'll show you, I'll hit my 2-minute button. You can see this timer resets. It starts recording again, and it saves the previous 2 minutes. So if something happens on stream that I want to turn into a clip, I want to turn into a TikTok, I hit whatever length I want to previously record at, and it grabs it. And then I can easily edit it in Final Cut. He multi-streams to MySpace and Ask Jeeves. Looking at going down the 2 PC stream route with a capture card, Elgato or AverMedia or other. I've had a better experience with Elgato in terms of reliability of the hardware, as well as not durability, but just robustness of their software. I think the biggest thing holding back AverMedia is their software. I keep trying their stuff and they come out with cool ideas, and it's just not always executed properly, is the problem. You ever use the Blackmagic A10 Mini? I think I have one. Did I order it? I was planning on showing a video of it. I ended up not doing it. Again, I feel like that's more of a podcasting tool than a live streaming tool, but I haven't given it a fair chance. I feel like in general, if you can grab, like, because it consolidates everything into like one input. I'm pretty sure someone told me that's not entirely true. Like you have a little bit more control over it than I thought you did. But for the most part, like having a quad capture card is way more valuable than having an external device with multiple inputs going into it that then you control it from there, and then it goes into one input in your PC. But I believe there's more to it than that, and I need to learn more about it. But it hasn't been a huge topic of conversation, so I haven't spent the money or taken the time to learn it. Do you know if there's a way to record gameplay footage separately while streaming? Yeah. So again, if you have your gameplay going into a capture card, you can again record the footage clean inside 4K capture utility. You can set that as your recording thing. Or you can in OBS set it up to record a single input. So if you do, if you're on a single PC setup and you use display capture, you can set it to record only the display capture. I've never actually done that, but I remember when they released that. What other questions do we have about YouTube versus Twitch though? Someone asked if I feel like they're moving too slow, and that's a really interesting thing to talk about. Someone asked if I regret moving over. Was that what it was? I don't think it was do you regret. It was like, I felt like it was soft, like I moved over for a reason. I moved over because I stand by what I say, and I strongly believe that Twitch was going to die. Or that YouTube was going to beat Twitch, that the future of streaming would be on YouTube. And it was no longer like, hey, I think, like it became very clear based on the moves YouTube was making and the moves that Twitch was making. It was very clear that YouTube was going to win. And I said that, and I wanted to stand by it. And I believe that, my brain just died mid-sentence. What do I believe? I don't believe anything. Do you still believe that? Anyway, I wanted to be, that's what it was. I always believe in being, like, I'd rather be first. If there's a big shift happening, and I saw the shift, I wanted to show that I stood by my opinion, and I wanted to get in early. And I knew that was going to mean I'd lose some revenue, and I lost more than I expected because I didn't put enough effort into this YouTube channel. I lost more than I expected. It also took them way too long to have gifted memberships. But I wanted to get in early. I believe this was the place it was going to be. I was like, YouTube's or Twitch's partnership contracts automatically renew after a year for another year. And I didn't know how fast the transition was going to be. I thought it would be faster. I thought YouTube would make a little bit faster plays. They've been very slow. I could have stayed on YouTube for one more year, or stayed on Twitch for one more year, and I probably would have made an extra 100 to 150K, which is, that hurts. It really hurts. YouTube still doesn't feel comfortable. Yeah, it needs to be more of a gamer space, like a chill space. It feels very corporate. I think that's one of its biggest problems. But I thought that it would be faster. I thought YouTube would make some faster plays, and they've been taking their time. And so I wanted to make sure if my Twitch partnership was going to renew, I had a choice. Like, do I switch now and be an early adopter, or do I switch in a year when it renews, after it renews for a year, and then I, chuck my partnership contract then and then move over? But there's a risk of me being last. And if I were just a random streamer, like who just streamed to make money, I'd be like, that's fine. But considering my name is a credible source of information for streamers, it was important to me that I stood by what I said, and I jumped in and was an early adopter. Looking back, I would have been fine waiting one more year. But I couldn't have known that. I knew that was a risk going into it. I also wanted to leave when I felt like I was kind of at the top of my Twitch game. We were streaming to about 900 to 1,000 people, and I didn't want to have that peter off, I felt like making a statement and being like, hey, I'm doing well. I was making, 10 to 20K a month on Twitch. I want to move over when I'm doing well. And I didn't sign a contract with YouTube. They didn't pay me to move over. I moved over because I genuinely felt like this is going to be the future of streaming. And I definitely even more so believe it. It's just been a slower transition than I expected. Although I'm always expecting things to be faster than they end up being. You ever have someone launder money through your Twitch? No. Other than myself? No. Do you like the Wave mic arm LP? Do you recommend it? I love this mic arm. It's a great mic arm. Do you have a deadline for when it has to reach a certain point or else you move back to Twitch? No, because I don't plan on moving back to a platform that's inevitably going to die. And I miss Twitch. I miss it a lot. But I don't think it's... I think give it a couple more years and there's going to be a huge hiatus. How much revenue do you think you've lost for streaming? Over 50%? No, I was making, again, maybe 150 to 200K a year based on subs and gifted subs and, bits and everything. And I've gone down to probably making 20 to 25 just because I haven't put a ton of effort, as much effort into this as I should have. Maddie plays, welcome to the Thrifty Boys. Akil Hawk, thank you for the 6 months. Welcome back. So no, I took a huge hit. And again, I knew that I was going to take a hit, and I could only do that because of Stream Beats. If this was my main job, no, I absolutely would have stayed on Twitch for a little bit longer. But because I knew I could take that hit because of Stream Beats and because of the YouTube channel, I decided to do it. It's Driggers. Welcome to the True Senpais. Thank you, man. What were you streaming on Twitch? Almost the exact same kind of content. A lot of just chatting. I get a lot of people here from the YouTube channel. Whenever I would game on Twitch, my viewership would cut in half. And so over time, I did less and less gaming, and I always gamed because I want to make sure people know I'm a gamer. I game a lot. I should say a lot. I don't have a ton of time. I game a couple times a week off stream But I just kind of don't game on stream anymore because, again, my viewership cuts in half. Most people are in here to talk about this kind of stuff and ask questions. So I make it more about that because that's what people are here for. Does Stream Beats manage to cover that hit? Yeah, it's been a weird year. Unfortunately, like I can't get into it. I signed a bit of I signed a fine deal, but I didn't clarify something. And so we've actually been away. We haven't had Stream Beats revenue since like February. And so that combined with the lack of Twitch revenue, all we've had for the last like 4 to 5 months is the savings I had from before and YouTube ad revenue and brand deal revenue, and which has been okay, but I was not expecting to lose both Twitch and Stream Beats at the same time. So it was a bit of a surprise, but we've managed. We've had to be clever with some things, but like it's rough to like try to finish a basement, like try to finish the studio, and we're trying to expand into animation and everything at the same time that I'm missing my 2 largest sources of revenue. So it's been frustrating. Plus you brought a tiny human into the world, that's true, and we got a dog. He just looked at me like, what? Crossplay, thank you for the 4 months. 06, welcome to the True Senpais. I feel like dude, when you see a name with a check mark, your eyes like gravitate towards that one. It's hard to read anything else. You're also asking really good questions, but will you be doing more cozy lo-fi on Stream Beats to compete with Lo-Fi Girl? We've got something seriously in the works right now. How does Stream Beats work financially? People listen to it while they're streaming, and they listen to it on Spotify a lot. That's the majority of our streaming revenue. Is they'll turn on Spotify in the background like I'm doing right now, just having Spotify running in the background, and we get paid per play on Spotify. The problem with, I'll tell you the problem. Let me tell you guys some business stuff right now that you guys, you'd never expect to know. So the reason that we're not shelling out, we just released another lo-fi album a couple months ago, and I didn't really do much of an announcement for it. I should have done more, but I didn't have any assets. We were so busy, I didn't have any assets like an animation to share it like we did with Hi-Fi and stuff. And we've got some big things in the work right now. But the reason we're not shelling out a ton more lo-fi stuff is it's crazy expensive, and we just weren't seeing a huge return by the end of we released so much music last year, and in the beginning of the year when we'd release stuff, we'd release a new genre and people were like, yo, I'm so excited, and we'd add to lo-fi and people would be so pumped about it, but every album costs $5,000, and it was expensive, and by the end of the year we were still releasing crazy stuff, and I feel like there was release fatigue. Oh, here's a new album. I've already got 200 tracks in my playlist. I don't need another 30. It just doesn't matter. And so it was expensive, and it no longer, we were looking at the stats, and we'd release an album and it wouldn't even change the stats. There was no difference in listenership when we'd release albums. So the hard part is making it copyright free makes everything way more difficult. It makes it way more expensive. Lo-Fi Girl, I actually don't know how they managed to make it copyright free. Considering they use a ton of different artists, I need to figure out what they did, or if they make it all themselves. I don't know if they're a coalition of people who make everything themselves, and so maybe it makes sense, and they have so much of a following that they can do that. But I don't know how they have all those different artists and they make it all copyright free. Maybe they own it. Either way, making it copyright free made it so difficult and so expensive, and we just can't put out large sums of music and make it copyright free like that. Especially when people are just using it for background music in their streams. It just didn't really matter that much. So we are working on a side project right now where we can be a little bit more efficient, and we can get massive amounts of music for a little bit cheaper. without ripping off any artists, of course. There's we've figured out a pretty solid strategy, and cheaper than Tinder. Hold on a sec. Unless anyone's interested in that, you're welcome to check it out. But I get claims every time I use Lo-Fi Girl. Okay, that's what I thought. Like, they can make it DMCA free for live. It's easy to make something DMCA free for live streams. All you have to do is not DMCA strike anyone. Like, that's all you have to do to make it DMCA safe. To make it safe for YouTube Content ID, that's extremely difficult. So, to put out the vast amount of music like Lo-Fi Girl does while still making it safe for Content ID, like the amount of work that we have to put through to make it safe for content, and there's still false claims. Like, false claims happen, and we go into there and we try to remove as many as we can, but like, it's a massive amount of work. So we're doing a side project that's not safe for content, and it's just chill background music for studying and for driving and for relaxing and working and all those things. And we're making a larger library that takes less effort and can apply to all those things, and we can make a massive library. So we're working on it. I was under the impression that Lo-Fi Girl is essentially a label artists can apply to have their music featured. Yes, but then unless the label owns all the rights, 100% of the rights, they can't go through. I mean, there isn't even like a solid interface to go through and make it safe for Content ID. Like, we have to go through a separate company, and they have developed a back-end portal to be able to do that. And it's almost like a hack. I personally use StreamBeats 24/7 when studying. Dude, that's dope. We do have some, so we've made some shifts. I came up with this idea for StreamBeats. We got some new big albums coming to StreamBeats. We got some new big singles coming to StreamBeats Originals, and some new big albums coming to StreamBeats. In fact, I think we got a single coming next week. Like Wednesday night, Thursday morning, next week. Yeah, this week? This week. Yeah, in 2 days. If I use StreamBeats on YouTube Music, does that pay out as well? It does, yeah. It depends. Do you pay for like YouTube Premium? Like, do you pay for YouTube Music? If you don't, we intentionally don't put ads on it, and no, we don't make any music. But if you pay for YouTube Premium, then yes. But either way, it doesn't matter. We put it on there intentionally. Like, use it however you want to use it. I saw your tweet to Epic about their AI-driven DMCA-free music. Did they ever get back to you? No. I love using StreamBeats for TikToks. Dude, good to hear. Pimp Shark, welcome to the Thrifty Boys. Thank you, man. I do pay for YouTube Music, then yes, that does pay royalties to me, or to us, I should say. Do you think YouTube Premium will ever do something like Prime subs? I don't think they will. I think that's one of the biggest ways that Twitch is hemorrhaging money. Like a lot of money. Like so much money from Twitch Prime. And I think the problem is, I think that they know that the moment they remove that, everybody moves from Twitch to YouTube. That's just the end. If there's no longer a Twitch Prime sub, they're just gonna move. Anyway, guys, I gotta get to work on this next video. Let's see if there's someone. Don't leave. Don't leave or I'll ban you. I wanna see if there's someone live right now. Oh, we got a couple. We got 3, 4, we got a couple. Let me try to find someone, hold on. Let's see, who's this guy? Is that right? Did I type that right? Yeah. Fortnite custom matchmaking fashion show. Custom Fortnite. Okay, there's no camera. Let's find one with a camera. He is Z. You guys down to raid someone who's got 4 viewers? Let's do it. Drop a single track every weekend. Call it Stream Beat Sunday. Yeah, let me just make a new single every week. We're working on some big stuff right now. All right, guys, make sure you're here. Make sure, by the way, hit the like button before we do this. Helps out a ton. Tech Tony, thank you for the 14 months. Thanks for inspiring me to start my own business. Dude, thank you, man. Brant, love Stream Beats. Dude, thank you for the super chat. Guys, we're pushing someone. His name is He Is Z. And right now he's streaming for 4 people. So make sure you show some serious support, some serious love in the chat. Teched Out, thank you for the welcome to the Thrifty Boys. Thank you for the new membership. Guys, thank you for hanging out. I'll be live again on Wednesday. Let's have an amazingly supportive push over here to He Is Z. Love you guys. I'll see you Wednesday. Peace.